Good day, children. Today we shall have a new topic in English, and that is composition. And this topic is a part of our composition. We shall see what the topic is. In the modern days, we can easily communicate with each other, and that's through, you can say, you chat with your friends, then you have a video calling and different things. Even if the person is very far off, you can easily converse with that person, or you can easily talk with that person through the medium of computers, which easily carry the message from one place to another. So that's the modern means. Now in the olden days, without the computers, how people would communicate, we shall see today in the topic of letter writing. So that's the English composition, and here you have the old messenger, that's the dove, carrying the letter from one person to another, and it is conveying the message or communicating in the form of a letter. So this was in a very old or the ancient times when the letters were sent from one place to another or from one person to another. So that topic for today is letter writing, and today we're going to learn about formal letter. Now the concept of formal letter, we shall see it later, but before that we are going to have a short audio. So here we are having two types of letters. So we're having the topic of letter writing, that's formal letter, and there are types of letters here. One is the informal letter, which is also called as friendly letter. Now in this letter, what are we doing? We are conveying the message to our family members, relatives, our friends. Okay, so this is usually conveyed through a friendly letter. Whatever you want to send the message to your family members, relatives, your friends. So what do? You write a friendly letter. And then you have the next one, or the next type is the formal letter. This formal letter is also called as official letter. Now what is the meaning of the word official or the formal letter? Now formal letter is specially written in certain pattern, which is written to the authorities. Someone, a person with power, or someone, a person with good authority, for them you write an official letter. For example, a person working in the government office, you cannot write a friendly letter to him. So it has to be a certain pattern and certain format to be followed. So you write a formal letter, and friendly letter is usually written to the families, relatives and friends. And there you can write dear daddy or mommy or dear brother. Okay, but in for official letters or formal letters, you always, you have to be careful of how you have the salutations. Salutations in sense how you call the person. For example, you say respected sir, madam. Okay, so that's the way you write it in the official letter. We shall see in the entire format.
डाकिया डाक लाया, 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 डाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, डाक लाया, खुशी का पैगाम कहीं कहीं दर्दनाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, डाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, खुशी का पैगाम कहीं कहीं दर्दनाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, डाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया, डाकिया डाक लाया.
So that easily conveys to you from the song that it's the postman who brings the letters. But when we are before posting them, when we are writing a letter, we have a certain format to be followed, certain steps to be kept in mind when we are writing this letter. Now, there are various steps we shall see. The first one is the sender's name or the address. So, to whom you are sending this letter to, or sorry, the sender's name, that means your name and your address. So, you are sending the letter to someone, so you become a sender. Then, later on, after writing your name, you have to write your address and you have to be careful to keep it short. Second step will be when you are writing this letter, which date. So the date of writing the letter. So after your address is written, after your name, address, you have to leave a line and write the letter date. Then the third step will be to the addressee, means to whom you are writing the letter to. So whom you are writing this letter to, for example, I'm writing this letter to one of the, you can say, the editors of the newspaper, so respected sir or whatever. So the name of the newspaper agency, so that you are going to write it to the addressee to whom you are writing this. Then what will be your subject? Okay, what will be your subject? On what are you going to write this letter to that person? Then how you are going to call that person, dear sir, respected sir, whatever. So that is called as salutation. The sixth one will be the body of the letter, what you are going to write about. What will be your matter? What are you going to tell the opposite person? That will come in the body of the letter. Then you have the leave taking. How will you say thank you so much or whatever? So you are being courteous and polite. So that comes in leave taking. And then the last step will of course be very important step, and that is your signature. So these are the different steps of writing a letter. We shall have one example or the sample of writing a letter. Here the format is like this, or you have the question here: write a letter, that is a leave application, to the headmistress of your school to grant you a week's leave to attend your cousin's wedding in Pune. Now suppose you want to go to attend your cousin's wedding to a very far off place or wherever. What you need to do is, you have school, right? Now you simply can't leave the school and go. You have to give the reason. If you'll be absent in the school, you have to give the reason to your headmistress or your teacher, saying that what is the reason of your absentee. So for that you need to write a letter to your principal or your headmistress. So that's, I told you, will be the name of the person who's writing the letter. So that is the sender's name and address. So here you have, the name is Shruti Goyal. That person is sending a letter, and let's see what is the next step. So here it comes again. Here you have, she's writing her home address, that is 23rd Road, Waterfield Road, Bandra West, Mumbai 50. So here the place where you live and the main city, that's the district, Mumbai district, and its pin code. So these are the important things when you're writing the address. The next will be the date. I've already told you, after you write the name, the address, then comes the date. So the date is when you're going to write the letter. It's 5th February 2021. The next step is to whom you're going to write this letter to. For example, you're addressing it to your headmistress. So it's going to be to the headmistress, Durello Convent High School, the name of your school, where it's located. That's Turner Road, Bandra West, Mumbai, and it is 400050. I told you the pin code of that particular area. So all these things are important, and as far as possible you need to keep the address very short. So this is to the addressee to whom you're writing this letter to. So the first, after the step of address and the date, comes subject. Now subject, it will be as you're writing an application asking for the permission to take leave. So that is called as a leave application. So subject will be leave application. So that's the subject. Then the salutations. What are you going to say, or how you're going to call out the person? For example, you say respected sister. You cannot say hi sister, hello sister. That's wrong. So you need to say the person in a very courteous manner, or you can say have to write to the person in a very courteous manner. That is respected sister or respected madam, sir. So all these things comes here as, and they are called as salutations. Then the next step comes the body of the letter. Then how you're going to write the letter? Now again you have to be very courteous when you're writing. So my starting line will be with due respect. I means who the person is, Shruti Goyal. I wish to state that I, Shruti Goyal, a student of 4th B, request you to grant me a week's leave from 22nd to 26th February 2021. I need this leave to attend my cousin's wedding in Pune. I assure you that I will complete all the assignments missed during this period. Now here again you're going to give the assurance that even when you're absent, you're going to complete your assignments by taking help from your friends. Now, what is in the third paragraph? So here you have to form the paragraphs. This is the 3 lines first paragraph, 1 line second paragraph, and just a short words or the third paragraph which is ending. Now you are hoping that she will do the needful for you. So you write the third line. Hope you will do the needful and oblige. So this whole thing is called as the body of the letter, means the content what you are going to write. And the last one is, of course, the thanking you or yours faithfully, or you can write yours sincerely. So thanking you, yours faithfully. So that is the way you take your leave, or that step is called as leave taking. You take leave and you say, okay, now I'm ending my letter and thanking you, yours faithfully. Okay, so that in the letter, very important step is how courteous you are to put forward your reason in front of the person whom you're asking the permission, right? So this you have to keep in mind, and how courteous your words which are written in the letter reflects on how you're going to write the letter. So that's how you're going to write. That's a leave taking, and of course not to miss the last one, that is called as your signature. And here I have taken the name of that girl called Shruti Goyal. She is signing. Now please remember that when you're writing your letter, you need to write your name and your address. I repeat, when you're writing the letter, you're going to write, don't write Shruti Goyal, but you have to write your personal name and your personal address, and the rest of the letter remains the same. Please see to it, keep the addresses as short as possible. I hope the letter is very clear to you. So that's all for letter writing. This is a leave application. It's very useful for you. So please keep that in mind of how you're going to write a courteous letter to your headmistress or your principal of the school, asking her to grant you permission to take the leave. So thank you and God bless.